Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is Rendog coming at you in F5 mode in a brand new season of FoolCraft. Welcome everybody to FoolCraft 3. Welcome to the City Hall of Fool City and a brand new series of modded Minecraft here on the Rendog channel. Are you guys excited? I am excited out of my mind. It's ridiculous how excited I am. It's very difficult for me to put it into words. That parrot over there is doing a good job at it, flapping around like crazy. That's basically what I've been doing all day in my house today, guys. Flapping my arms around, getting super pumped for a brand new season of FoolCraft. And my goodness, do we have some exciting stuff happening in this season, guys. Firstly, let's kick off with some new members on the FoolCraft server. Huge welcome and hello to a couple of new members. We got Etho. He's coming to join us on the server this season. Amazing. We have got Janky Nick and Gaming on Caffeine. He's also here. And we've got the legendary Good himself coming to hang out with us right here. Stress Monster with the first death of the season. Oh my goodness, and here she is spawned back in the town hall. Oh, wow, that was quick. I mean, guys, we literally just finished recording our introduction and Stress Monster has died. So good job there, Stress. Good job. Welcome, guys, to FoolCraft 3. Oh, geez. Where do you even start, guys? I don't even know where to begin to explain how awesome this season is going to be. This is a brand new version of FoolCraft. This is version 3 of the FoolCraft mod pack. It is the best version of FoolCraft ever created, my friends. Over 1,000 hours of time has been put into the mod pack. Scalda and his team have done an incredible job getting the pack ready for us to play here on the server and for you guys to enjoy out there. You can get it on the Twitch launcher. Just search for FoolCraft 3 and you can follow along with all of our series so that you can keep up with what's happening in the mod pack and so on. And make sure you check my description box, guys. I will have a link to all of the Fool's channels in my description box. This is going to be my third season of FoolCraft, by the way, for those of you guys who are maybe new around here. Hi, what's happening? I'm the Rendog. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, man. And if you enjoy the FoolCraft series, come back and watch it, man. We're going to have a great time this season. Now, where do we begin? I need to explain to you guys what's happening. We currently have a rule in place set by the government of FoolCraft. We got a bunch of new members on the server, but we also have a government. And this government, we don't know who it is. It is a very powerful government, and if we do not follow the rules of the government, we will be fined and bad things can happen to us. Currently, the rule is you have to use F5 to do your introduction. So we did that. No fining is going to be happening for us, which is excellent. And on this side of the City Hall, we got a bunch of available jobs. Check this out, dudes. This is so sweet. In FoolCraft Season 3, we are going to have our own currency system, and this is where we can get our currency over here. There's a welcome to Fool City book, and there are some beautiful notes here. We've got $100 worth of Fool dollars. I think they're called FoolCraft dollars. There's a 20, and that's the 50, and that is the tenner over there. And there is a currency in this season of FoolCraft, guys, and we're going to try and earn ourselves a little bit of bank today, baby. Oh, man, because check it out. In Fool City, that's the government building, by the way. In Fool City, we've got a whole bunch of plots around here, right? You can see that these plots can be rented or purchased. And I would very much like to rent one of these plots quick, fast, and in a hurry. My friends, in today's first episode, I have got a plan. I want to become the richest fool on the server the quickest. That's my goal. This is a $200 rental plot. We currently have $100, so we got to make $100 in order to rent that plot. All right? So my plan is to make a quick $100, rent that plot, set up a freaking shop up in this business. And this shop, my friends, is going to be doing good things for the fools. This is going to be a shop that every single fool on the server is going to have to visit. Because currently, as you can see, all the fools are out there doing some Minecrafting. They need food in their belly, don't they? And the Rendiggity Dog is going to be the one to feed this server. And we're going to make some cash money in the process. I got plans for today's episode, guys. Don't you worry. Now, let's have a look at some of the jobs that are available. We can make streetlights, bridges, meals on wheels, be fabulous for $100 and dazzling. Well, we need $100, right? So maybe we do the be fabulous one. Let's have a look what this says. Be fabulous. Sometimes starting out can be all work and no play. Protecting yourself is essential to survival. Gold is always overlooked with its pure durability, but it's also incredibly fabulous. Deck yourself out from head to toe in gold armor and strut your stuff in front of town. Payment 100. Must be wearing a full set of gold armor, dance in front of the town hall while in F5 selfie mode. My friends, that can be done today, and we shall be doing it. Okay? Are you in? Let's do this. Let's get some gold. Let's get ourselves looking fabulous. And let's make ourselves $100. And we'll be able to rent out a plot way before any of the other fools out there. By the way, loads and loads of fools on the server right now. Every single body except Etho right now is jamming. We have started playing. And, well, I'm a little bit behind because I decided to stay back in the city to introduce you guys here to FoolCraft. So we better get cracking up in here, man. Now, I've got a lot of plans for this first episode, guys. We're going to be making some pretty serious progression in this episode because, as I said, I would like to start making some cash money as fast as possible in the series, and I've got a plan to start generating some delicious food. Okay, so the plan is to make some food. The food is going to be sold by us to the fools, and we're going to... Wow, what the freak happened there? That was very strange. I've never seen an animal die... Okay, wow, that is very disturbing. The animals kind of evaporate, right? That is very disturbing. Hang on, let's see if the sheep does the same thing. Get out of here. Oh, jeez. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to get used to that, man. That is very strange. This sheep just pooped out bone meal. Wow. Okay, we'll take that. That seems pretty good. Anyway, so that's the plan today, guys. We're going to be making ourselves some sweet food. Now, what food are we going to be making, I ask you? Well, we're going to be making something called toast from Pam's Harvest Craft. To make toast, we need to cook bread. However, to make bread, we need to cook flour. And to make flour, we need to grind wheat. So... bread is not as easy to come by in FoolCraft as it is maybe in vanilla Minecraft or in other mod packs. In fact, one of the things that has attracted me to this mod pack, and one of the things that I think is going to make this mod pack really sweet, is that it is actually a much more progression-focused mod pack than the previous version of FoolCraft, which was more of a mystical flower over here, which was more of a kitchen sink pack. This is much more of a sort of RPG-based collection or progression-type mod pack, right? So we're going to be able to spend a lot of time here in FoolCraft. This is going to be a long-term series on my channel. It's going to be a fantastic, my friends.
What is happening over there with Ren?
I don't know. I think he's
friends.
distracted somehow.
What?
Playing with freedom.
Don't worry about me, everyone. I'm fine. Thanks.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening. I was fiddling with this bird. It's been fun.
All right.
No!
He might.
Take that one out of context.
He loves me.
Good job,
Oh
Ren.
my
Good job.
god.
You say as he flies away from you.
He's flying as far as way possible.
He hates you, man. He hates you.
Oh, look at Gaming on Caffeine. He's so cute, wandering around the plains doing nothing. Also, just found some blue cows. No idea what these are, but let's kill them. Is this a lapis cow or something? Wow, okay, that's pretty fast. Also, what's up with this cow over here? Oh, jeez, there's a whole bunch of cows hanging over here. What the freak? Did that drop anything interesting? Okay, I'm very confused by what these cows are. This is like a skeleton cow? Did that drop anything interesting? Nothing that we can use, really. There's a creeper cow, too. Or is it baby cows? Oh, that drops slime? Oh, that's very curious. Oh, look at Janky Nick and Gaming on Caffeine. Oh, they're so cute. Also, the sun is going down, so we should probably find ourselves somewhere to sleep. Ooh, red poppies. We actually need some red dye, guys. I need to pick this up. We're going to need that a little bit later on. By the way, something I forgot to mention, we've got chance cubes in the pack, and that's either a very good or a very bad thing. And it looks like it was a fairly good thing. What? We got a sheep disco over here, which is pretty weird. Also, oh, jeez, it's a chance icicahedron. Did I just trigger that? That was potentially a mistake. Let's just back up a little bit and hopefully nothing bad happens. Oh, RIP all the sheep. Guys, I have fallen into a puddle of quicksand and I think I'm actually going to die. I cannot get out of the quicksand unless I put a block into it. Okay, it's flowing. Can I get out of it, please? My goodness, guys. Can you do me a favor? Never, ever fall into quicksand in FoolCraft. It will equal sadness. And that was very lucky. We almost died right away in this series. I'm an idiot. Oh, that was a little bit awkward. Hi, guys. Sorry about that. A little bit gassy at the moment. We found our biome. This is exactly where I want to be setting up my first base, guys. This is looking absolutely fantastic. Very dry. Looks absolutely crazy. I have no idea what's going on with these cows either. These are cacti cows, I guess. Do they drop cactuses? I suppose they do. I don't know. I'll leave them to live for now. He's got a diamond pickaxe in his skull. What? Is that a hat or is that a pickaxe that I can actually get from him? Oh no, that is actually a pickaxe hat. Okay, never mind. Almost got super excited there. This is the biome for us though, guys, because of these beautiful things over here called cinder pearls. They only grow in desert biomes, and these cinder pearls are very important for us, guys, because a cinder pearl makes blaze powder. And we're going to need some blaze powder a little bit later on. We're also going to need some rose red dye. We're also going to need some flint. We need a bunch of stuff to achieve our task for today, and this is going to be the perfect place for us, I think. These stupid cows, they look so derpy right now. Let me try find myself a cave system or something over here. Also, I'm going to collect every single cinder pearl that I find, because the more blaze powder that we can get, the better. We're going to need that jazz, man, and that saves us a trip to the nether, doesn't it? It also saves us having to kill blazes early in the game, which, let's face it, with the Rendog at the helm, is probably going to be impossible. So, very happy to have found this little biome. It is, well, I wouldn't say it's beautiful, but it's definitely going to do the job. Oh man, I love these leaves floating down from the tree canopies, guys. How freaking cool is that? There are so many awesome things in FoolCraft 3 that makes Minecraft even more fun, man. This pack is so freaking sweet. I got some good news, guys, by the way. Established for ourselves a little bit of a wren hole over here. Been doing a little bit of resource collecting, set up some furnaces and some chests and whatnot, and we are starting our base right next to this desert that we found. Very important desert for us, man. We need a bunch of sand for some glass a little bit later on. We need those cinder pearls for blaze powder. I've also been exploring this biome a little bit. This biome is known as a brushland biome, and it's kind of cool. It's also very dangerous, though. And for some reason in FoolCraft, I always end up living in biomes that can kill me. But there are thorn bushes all over the place in this biome. There are puddles of quicksand that you can drown in. Also, this stuff, never go into it. It's very bad for you. But all in all, it's a pretty decent biome. There's a great thing that you can get here, too, called dried up reed. And with dried up reed, you can make paper, which is really, really important, man. We need a bunch of paper. Also, wow, there's a nice little cave system in here with a bunch of coal. I wish I'd found this earlier. I've been cooking down some logs into charcoal here. Let me collect a little bit of this. But yeah, so far, we've been doing quite a little bit of vanilla stuff here on FoolCraft. And that's one of the nice things about FoolCraft 3, I feel like. I think that it's, like I was saying a bit earlier, there we go. We just took a thorn to the butt there. It's much more of a progressive mod pack than FoolCraft 2 was, or than a kitchen sink mod pack might be, and that for me makes it lots more fun, man. That means you can do a little mixture of vanilla Minecraft and modded Minecraft in the beginning, and that's really sweet. But we're going to dabble a little bit in some modded Minecraft now, guys. I want to introduce you to a very exciting mod here on FoolCraft 3. It's called Totemic, and what we need to do is make ourselves a Totempedia, which is made out of logs and paper, and I've already made myself one of these. Yep, there it is, beautiful, and you make paper out of this dried up sugarcane, by the way, which is very, very useful to find. There we go. There's the paper. But check it out, man. Totempedia gives us a little bit of an insight into the Totemic mod. And what the Totemic mod gives us is a little bit of a boost in the early game. It's kind of like we can make a mini beacon in Minecraft, okay? So we can set up basically a totem pole that can give us a whole bunch of really cool positive effects. And the effects that we're going to be going for are the buffalo effect that makes us mine faster. We're also going to be going for the ocelot effect, which will prevent creepers from exploding around us. And we're going to go for the spider effect, which will allow us to climb up walls like a spider. So that is pretty freaking awesome. Dude in Iskal's chat was distracting me like nobody's business there, guys. I couldn't concentrate, man. Anyway, they're finished talking. Let's get busy with this totemic mod pack. It is so freaking sweet. What we need to do to get started is make a totem whittling knife. And to do that, we need some flint, some sticks, and a little bit of iron ingot action. I think I've got some iron in the furnace here. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we can make this quite easily. We also need a bit of flint, which I think I picked up. Yeah, there we go. And eventually we'll make this stupid whittling knife. There we go. Now we're going to make this whittling knife. Now what we're going to need is a bunch of logs, right? So I think I've got some logs here in the inventory. Very nice. Let's head over to that cave system that we found across the river here. That was actually a pretty lucrative looking cave system, actually. I want to use this mod in this particular cave system. And oh man, I think you guys are going to like this a lot. This mod is really, really cool. Okay, here we are. This is the cave system that I was looking for, right? Let's get a couple of torches and stuff up around here and take a look at this, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to place down a log on the ground, and using our totem whittling knife and holding shift, we are going to change it to a base, right? We're going to make a base totem pole over here, and there it is, the totem base. We're just going to right click on this. Boom, we've just carved out a base for this totem now, right? Check this out. We're going to add another log on top of it, and we're going to change this to buffalo. Right? So we're going to right click on that log, and we're going to make a buffalo as a part of our totem pole. And let's have a look at this. We now have haste 1. So that buffalo has given us haste 1. How freaking sweet is that, man? Let's get another. Oh, geez. This put it in the wrong freaking place over here. I'm an idiot. Let's continue building on our little totem pole over here, right? Let's get another one up there, and let's change this to, what was the other one? Ocelot. That's the one. Let's get an ocelot in there. That's going to stop creepers blowing us up while we're in this area. So that's really awesome. And you can make your totem pole as big as you want, guys, which is really, really cool, right? And let's go for a spider at the very top there, and take a look at this. We can now climb walls like a spider. Look at that. How easy does that make caving, guys? Really, really cool, right? Absolutely love this mod. Of course, it is not very OP. The space that you get, like the effect that you get from the totem pole, you got to be pretty close to the totem pole to get the effect. But you know, with enough logs in your inventory and one of these whittling knives, you can just make a few of the totems around the place and slowly but surely get your resources that way. So I'm going to be using some of this totem magic over here, guys, to try and boost us getting these resources here in the first episode. And yeah, pretty cool, right? All right, this is definitely a bad idea. I am currently on a mission to get down to bedrock because, believe it or not, guys, we actually need bedrock today. And, well, this is a cave system that might end up killing us right now. I've been hearing some very scary things making noises down here. And, wow, there is a lot of cool stuff down here, isn't there? The first thing that I spotted were those crystals over there. What is that? That looks really sweet. There's something really scary over there, though. I don't have any armor at the moment either, so this is kind of bad. I think I'm just going to sort of noobivate myself down to bedrock level, guys. Set up a totem down at the bottom there and do some resource collecting. We'll definitely do some more environment exploring as the series progresses. But for now, before we have any armor or anything, I think I'm going to play this safe, get down to bedrock, get some resources, and try not to die like a noob. Oh yeah, baby. Our first bit of gold towards our fabulous task of dancing in front of City Hall for $100. We gotta do what we gotta do, am I right, guys? Oh geez, guys, there are so many awesome things to talk about in FoolCraft 3. I don't even know really where to begin. I have just found myself an abandoned mineshaft, which is very, very important and also very exciting. I've also made myself a full set of iron armor over here, guys. So I've had a pretty decent little bit of resource collecting going on this evening. But guys, I want to talk to you about something called Mega Loot. And Mega Loot is something that I should have spoke about a little bit earlier on in this episode because it is one of the most exciting additions additions to the FoolCraft 3 mod pack. And it is a brand new mod that is going to reward you for exploring your Minecraft modded world. Because Mega Loot brings us a whole bunch of amazing new stuff for us to find inside of chests and dungeons and whatnot in the world of FoolCraft 3. So I'm very excited about finding this abandoned mine shaft, because if we can find some of those chests, we might be able to find some Mega Loot. And Mega Loot is pretty amazing. You can get some of the best items in the game from a Mega Loot drop, and obviously it's very difficult to get, but if you can find yourself one of these Mega Loot cases and crank open something amazing, you can literally change your life forever in FoolCraft 3. Speaking of which, we have got a chest right here to explore. I'm not sure if Mega Loot is applied to a mine shaft chest, so we'll find out in a moment. Let's secure the area though, because it's kind of scary around here. Let's crank this sucker open. Oh my goodness. No Mega Loot in here, but a whole bunch of pretty awesome stuff for us. Some Certex quartz and stuff and a lost capacitor. Very good. We'll take the gear and a bunch of this too. Also, a little bit of golden apple action, so not too bad. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to explore the rest of this mine shaft, see if I can find myself a Mega Loot case. If I find any, well, you know what I'll do. I'll bring you back. We'll crank it open together, baby. Well, that escalated quick, fast, and in a hurry. First death of Season 3. I'm an idiot. Well, guys, looks like us fools are dying left, right, and center today. Goo just fell to his death too, so I'm not the only one who's dying on the server. Luckily, it's not the end of the world if you die here in FoolCraft, because you can find your grave and you can get all your stuff back again. But yeah, jeez, these zombies are hitting really hard. I'm not sure if they're stronger in FoolCraft. It feels like it. It definitely feels like they deal more damage and take less hits also, or take more hits, should I say. And this is actually kind of scary. Also, can I get my corpse back now? How do I actually do this? Items in your inventory will not move. Okay, yeah, can I get them, please? Jeez, what do I do? Okay, figured out how this grave works. All you got to do, guys, is stand on the grave and press shift. Unfortunately, there is a cobweb above us over here, which is actually what killed me the first time around. And it doesn't look like I could get back on the grave. But once you're on your grave, you press shift, and that will move everything from your inventory back into, or from your grave back into your inventory where it was before. So pretty useful. Also, we got zombies incoming here, and I very much would like to go and crank open those chests, get a Mega Loot crate over here if we can. But I do need to get that spawner lit up, and man, these zombies are definitely stronger than they are in vanilla. That is for sure. And let's get this lit up once and for all over here. One more zombie to take care of. Get out of my face, you stupid idiot. Get out of here, man. Jeez. Okay. Here we go. Don't want to break the spawner. We might be able to use that a little bit later on. But yeah, let's crank open this chest. Any Mega Loot in here for us? A kaplam. Ooh, some amazing Technicolor glasses and a common Mega Loot case. All right, so we got our very first Mega Loot case, guys. That's exciting. Also a liquid XP bucket, which is pretty good. And an Ender Pearl. That is amazing. We actually needed Ender Pearls today, guys. It was very important that we got Ender Pearls today. So that is an amazing find. Very, very happy with that. And welcome to our very first Mega Loot cranking. This is what it looks like. This is a common Mega Loot case. We can find uncommons, rares, and I think there's ultra rares also. But we're gonna crack open this uncommon one. Oh, that is spicy. What is that? Oh man, the parrot. Very nice. So that's a very decent looking axe right there. It looks really cool. And our very first little bit of Mega Loot. Nice. Guys, if you would like to save a little bit of time in the beginning of FoolCraft 3, listen to the Rendog, okay? Mobs in this pack are much harder to kill and deal much more damage than vanilla, and you're gonna need way more than iron armor and a janky iron sword to get through an abandoned mineshaft. Trust me, I've been trying and I have been failing like crazy. Managed to get myself this sweet Mega Loot axe though, which I love. It's called the Parrot. It kicks butt, and I've managed to collect some interesting stuff out here also from a few of the chests in the abandoned mine shaft. Some Technicolor glasses, a bucket of XP, a Black Lotus, and a delighted meal, which I'm actually going to eat right now because I've eaten all of my food trying to get through that mine shaft. Kind of sucks, man. Anyway, we almost have enough gold to build ourselves a full set of golden armor so that we can get our $100 in the belly, but I do need to get to bedrock and get down to bedrock level because, man, we need to use a little bit of fire in order to get a little bit of, well, infinity. or something. It'll make sense in a moment. So it's taken me roughly 2 hours or so and a couple of deaths to get my butt down to bedrock, guys. But here we are, finally, at the very bottom of Minecraft. And yeah, got myself some iron tools over here too and 1 mega loot item. So pretty good haul for a couple of hours of FoolCraft, I think. Got a totem down here also, guys, just to help out with the mining. And this is actually going to be pretty useful down here. We need a bit of redstone, actually, so that's good. I'll pick some of that stuff up. Now, in the previous version of FoolCraft, you were able to actually get down to bedrock really quickly and then use vein miner to do some speed mining at the very bottom, right? It was absolutely crazy how quickly you could get resources. Fortunately, in FoolCraft 3, or should I say fortunately, it's much harder to do that, and you can't actually vein mine stone with your fist anymore. So I actually really like that change. I think that was a little bit exploitative in FoolCraft 2, to be honest. It was just way too easy to get insane resources early on. Now we got to work a little bit harder in FoolCraft, and you know what, guys, that's how I like to play modded. I like to earn what I have in modded, and that makes me very happy. Anyway, here we are back at the bottom. Oh jeez. R.I.P. Good. Oh, Good and I are dying together like brothers in arms today, man. Anyway, we are here at the bottom of Minecraft, guys. We've got a flint and steel over here and some bedrock. And this is a very weird but very important step that we're going to have to take in today's episode. We got to set the bedrock on fire, and we got to wait for the fire to do its thing, okay? And the reason for that is because we need a very important material today, and it's a new material that we haven't seen before in modded on my channel anyway, and that's because we're playing with the latest version of Ender.io in FoolCraft 3, and Ender.io brings some very interesting changes to itself as a mod pack, and as you can see, that bedrock is exploding a little bit like popcorn into something known as grains of infinity. And the way that we get grains of infinity is by setting bedrock on fire, waiting for the popcorn to burst, and then collecting the grains of infinity. And the reason that we need this, guys, it's all going to become clear in a moment. We need grains of infinity to create a bunch of very interesting things from Ender.io called the simple set. And today we're going to be making something called a simple Stirling generator, a simple sag mill, and I think that's probably all we're going to be making with that. But to make these things, we need a little bit of infinity grains so that we can make the simple machine chassis. And yeah, these are pretty simple machines, but these machines are going to help us to achieve our goal of generating food for the fools and money for our pocket. And yeah, step one complete. Infinity grains in the belly. And it's almost time to start making some machines, guys. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. It's our very first diamond for this season of FoolCraft, guys. Amazing. I'm not that excited about the fact that it's a diamond, but I am excited about the fact that this diamond is going to make us 50 full dollars. 50 bucks straight up for the first diamond. I do believe that there is a job currently open that if you decorate your house with your very first diamond, you will get $50. But it has to be your very first diamond, so I can't mine any other diamonds until I have put this particular diamond away somewhere. So I'm going to get back up to the surface and get this put away. By the way, just doing a little bit of resource gathering down here just to keep you caught up, trying to get some more diamonds, a couple of diamond tools going, and a lot more iron, because that's what we need for today. But yeah, going well so far, man. Really enjoying just getting some resources, playing some modded, and making some bling blangs, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Just so that the government doesn't think we're cheating over here, guys. First diamond going into the chest of good stuff. And there it is, baby. Looking real spicy. Nice. Good morning, cyber diggity dogs. And I don't mean good morning in Minecraft. I mean good morning in real life. I've literally just woken up about an hour ago or so, guys. I was playing FoolCraft last night till about 3 o'clock in the morning. Scalda and I were the last two of the fools to log off the server. And I earned myself the 5-hour playtime loyalty badge. So that's pretty sweet. Also, in the time off camera so far, guys, I have managed to pick up quite a lot of stuff for us. Very, very good news. Managed to make a full set of golden armor. You know what that means, baby. That is $100 full in the bank. All we need to do at the end of this episode is go and dance in front of this town hall with this golden armor on, and that's $100 in the pocket. Very, very nice. Also find myself another mega loot case in the abandoned mine shaft and a sword called the Ender, which is really sweet. It's been helping me out quite a lot out here, guys, because FoolCraft 3 is a no-joke mod pack, guys. Oh my goodness. A couple of observations that I wanted to make with you guys about this mod pack now that I've been playing for about 5 hours or so. Food is a very real deal. I have probably been through a stack and a half of cooked meat in 5 hours. I've killed most of the animals around here, and I'm starting to run out of food, which is why we are going to be setting up a toast factory today, and that should sort us out with food and hopefully sort out a couple of the other fools for food also. And here's some more food over here that I need to collect. But the pack feels a lot more sort of survival focused than modded focused, right? It's not so OP, and that's really, really awesome. That's what I love most about this pack so far. It's actually really difficult. Not only is food very difficult to come by, guys, but the mobs are pretty insane. They deal way more damage, they take way more hits to kill, and it is no joke. Surviving in FoolCraft 3 in the early game is very, very tricky and very fun. Kind of reminds me of survival stories, for those of you guys who were around for that back in the day. Anyway, absolutely loving FoolCraft, guys. Also, by the way, look what I just spotted while I was doing that introduction, or should I say that re-intro. That's a pet case up there on that cloud, and that is really, really awesome. I want to try something out here in this desert. Can we vein mine sand with a fist? No, we can't. All right, we'll have to do it with a shovel over here. Let's get ourselves a couple of sand blocks here, guys, and climb all the way up there because, of course, in FoolCraft, we can get pets, and there are some pets that are pretty freaking awesome. So let's get ourselves up there. Let's see what sort of pet we're going to get. Our very first pet for FoolCraft 3. Actually quite a nice little view from up here. Can't see anything too interesting in the immediate vicinity, but pretty sweet, man. There is the pet case, though. That's what we're looking for. And there are a couple of very exciting pets that we could potentially get out of this, guys. The most exciting of which, of course, would be a flight pet, which would give us flight in the early game. That would just be absolutely mental. But at the moment, it looks like I don't have a block to get over to the cloud, so we're going to have to do this rather sneakily, right? Let's make a water source over here. And I don't know if this is actually going to work out, but let's give this a go. Oh, jeez. Okay, we made it. The water was just in case something went wrong. What the freak was that? Okay, that's not good. Let's get out of here. That's probably gonna kill me. All right, apparently this thing wants to fight with us, guys. It's a blaze, it looks like. It's just a normal blaze, and that's actually kind of useful because we do need blaze powder. So actually, good stuff that we get to fight the blaze. Nice. And we got a blaze rod. Excellent. Kind of a problem, though. Still need to crank open the chest. All right, let's try this again, guys. Climbing my way up to the top of the cloud using the water vator. I think I'm going to do this in as quick of a way as possible. Let's just break this chest with our axe over here to try and get the pet, because as you can see, there's a very angry blaze up here that doesn't like us coming onto his cloud right now. So let's just break the chest, pick everything up, and then get the freak out of here, man. Also, let's pick up the water source again, because I might need it. Smell you later, Blaze. Whew, man, that was pretty intense, guys, but managed to get that pet safe and sound from the top of that cloud, and it is a nether portal pet, which is actually kind of useful. If this functions the same way as FoolCraft 2, this nether portal pet will actually take us to the top of the nether, which is kind of interesting. Let's have a look. Let's go into the nether. Oh my goodness! What? It took us into lava? What the freak, man? Also, why am I dying right now? Oh, jeez. Okay, nether portal pet, not a good idea. Can we go back to the overworld, please? Thanks. Not doing that again. Jeez. Saba digging it, dogs. I gotta be completely honest with you, man. I have no idea how we survived that trip to the nether. We literally teleported into a lake of lava and took 0 damage. I've been trying to figure out exactly what happened, and I noticed that for the last 15 minutes or so, I've had a toughness buff applied to me, and I think that the nether portal pet gives this to you just in case you end up in a puddle of lava in the nether, right? That's actually going to be really useful a little bit later on in the series. Because, of course, what we want to do in FoolCraft 3 is get as many mega loot crates as possible so we can get some seriously amazing items. And if we've got a pet that's going to apply this toughness buff to us just by going to the nether and back, that is going to be really good for us, man. This toughness buff makes us really, really strong. So that's actually a great pet find. Very, very nice. The problem that I'm having right now, though, is that we are running out of food. And I want to solve this situation in today's episode so that I don't have to worry about food anymore on the server. And, of course, we can make a quick buck in Full City. Here's the plan. We are going to be creating toast. Not only some toast, but an infinite supply of toast from Pam's Harvest Craft. It's going to give us 2 hungers and about 4.5 saturation. So a really good bit of early game food over here, guys. The trouble with toast, though, is that we have to make it out of bread. And bread is a little bit more expensive in FoolCraft than it is in survival. We need to create flour and bake the flour into bread. And to create flour, we have to grind down wheat. So the start of the factory starts all the way with a little bit of wheat, right? And that's kind of interesting. So how are we going to set up this little toast factory? By the way, there's other interesting things that we can do with bread too. We could make baguettes, which are made out of dough, which are made out of 2 bits of wheat. And a baguette is also a pretty good early game food source. It gives you 3 hunger, but only 3 saturation. And I think having higher saturation is probably going to be better for the fools, for the customers. I'm thinking about the customers over here, right? We want the customers to go away with their toasties and feel like those toasties are filling them up. And higher saturation is going to give them that illusion, even though it's not feeding them as well as a baguette. It's going to make them feel like they're full. A little bit like McDonald's does, right? You go eat McDonald's, you think you're full, but you're actually not. That's the plan. We're going to be setting up a McDonald's toast factory out here. So here's how it's going to happen, guys. I've spent the last 6 hours on the server collecting everything that we need to set up a little bit of a toast factory. And hopefully you guys can copy this in your own FoolCraft 3 worlds. Very, very simple. Very easy to get. The most difficult resources required for this toast factory are the Grains of Infinity, which we got from setting bedrock on fire. Ender pearls, which I actually got most of those ender pearls from chests inside of the abandoned mine shaft. In FoolCraft 3, most of the loot tables for the dungeon chests have been altered, so you can find a lot of really good stuff in chests. You want to explore in FoolCraft 3. There is very awesome stuff to find out there. The resonating redstone crystals you just get from harvesting redstone, just as you would normally do. So that's pretty easy to get. Everything else was pretty easy to get too. I found nether quartz in a chest in the mine shaft too. Blaze powder, of course, we got from those cinder pearls that you can find in desert biomes. So pretty easy to find those. And everything else is pretty much vanilla Minecraft. So really, really easy to get everything. Obsidian, of course, you need also. But yeah, very, very easy to get all of this jazz. All right, so let's get to it, Cyber Diggity Dogs. This is going to be awesome, man. How in the freak are we going to make infinite toast? Well, it's all going to start with this giant pile of sheep over here. And over the last few hours or so, I've been collecting sheep and putting them in this enclosure and breeding them with a little bit of wheat that I've been growing on the edge of the river there. And we now have about, I don't know, 30 or so white sheep inside of this enclosure. And it's very important that they are white sheep, guys, because in FoolCraft 3, sheep actually poop out stuff that is determined by the color that they are. So a red sheep is going to poop out red dye. A white sheep is going to poop out bone meal. And that is very, very interesting, right? Because from bone meal comes wheat, and from wheat comes flour, and from flour comes bread, and from bread comes toast. So with a bunch of sheep, we can pretty much create an infinite amount of wheat, right? Every single bit of sheep poop that comes out of here can be used to grow this wheat over here, and then the wheat can be turned into the bread, into the toast. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. This was an epiphany that came to me last night when we started the series, because we ran past a sheep at one point in the series, and we saw that he pooped out bone meal, right? And then when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my goodness, we have an infinite supply of bone meal from an enclosure of sheep. I was actually going to go find a skeleton spawner, but this is way easier, right? Infinite bone meal right here. Beautiful. The problem, of course, is that we need a way to get that bone meal from the sheep enclosure to the toast factory, which we're going to be setting up over here, right? And I guess that's a perfect place to start building our factory, guys. There is a very interesting block in FoolCraft 3 that we can use to suck up items in the early game, and it is called an absorption hopper. Take a look at this bad boy, man. An absorption absorption hopper is made out of obsidian, an eye of the ender, and a hopper. So it's not a very expensive item, but what this absorption hopper is going to do, it is going to allow us to collect all of that bone meal from those sheep without having to manually do it. This is going to be our very first bit of automation, right? So let's get ourselves the ingredients that we need over here. We're going to need an ender pearl. We're going to need a bit of blaze powder to make an ender eye or an eye of the ender, and we're going to need a hopper, right? That's what we need to make this absorption hopper, I think. We have to make the eye of the ender first, though. So there we go, and let's get this thing cranking. Beautiful. Now, the absorption hopper is a very interesting tool. It doesn't require any power. It works completely on its own, and it can be plugged into cables and item conduits and whatnot, right? But here's the really, really cool part about it. Where is the very center of this thing? Is this the very center of the farm? Maybe not. I don't think I've worked this little farm out very well, but I think the center is probably over there. We're going to stick the absorption hopper against this glass right above the sheep. And that absorption hopper is now sucking up items from around it, right? This absorption hopper is going to vacuum up items and XP orbs in a 7x7x7. And if we crank this open, we'll see all of that bone meal that is being pooped out by these sheep ending up in this absorption hopper. So that's a really easy way for us to collect the sheep poop, and we'll be able to use some cables to get the sheep poop into the wheat growing section of the factory. And that's pretty awesome, right? Absorption hopper for the win, baby. This is why I love modded Minecraft so very much, guys. 6 hours of grinding later, a pen full of sheep wearing stupid hats, and boom, we are generating and collecting infinite amounts of bone meal. Very nice. Next step in this project, of course, is turning the infinite amount of bone meal into infinite amount of wheat. And to do that, we're going to have to find a way to automatically grow this wheat over here, right? Just got a little bit of a factory thing set up over here. I've been using the chisel to make some big tiles out of smooth stone, so it looks kind of sweet. And we're going to have to find a way to infinitely grow wheat. Luckily, we've got a little bit of a block that's going to help us out with this. It's called a mechanical user, and it is made from a resonating redstone crystal that you get from mining up redstone, a vanilla dropper, and a lever. So very, very cheap recipe for the mechanical user, and we're going to be able to use that mechanical user to grow the wheat from the bone meal. Check this out. That is working an absolute treat, guys. Just installed the mechanical user next to the bit of wheat over here, and as long as there's bone meal in the mechanical user and we set the user to use item on block, we are going to be producing an infinite amount of wheat from this crop over here, right? So next step for this factory is going to be getting the bone meal from the absorption hopper into the mechanical users, and then of course we have to find a way to collect and convert all of this wheat into toast. Now it feels like we're playing modded Minecraft, guys. Oh baby, this toast factory is starting to make a lot more sense. I've got the 2 mechanical users installed here. I've got another absorption hopper installed at the very bottom of this water source. So now when we create wheat, that will be collected by that absorption hopper down there, and then we can use that absorption hopper for the next bit of automation. But firstly, we need to get the bone meal from there into here, and we're going to be doing that using some very simple pipes and nodes from Extra Utilities 2. We're going to be using the transfer node over here. It's super easy to make redstone transfer pipes, some stone and a chest, and to make the transfer pipes we need some slabs, some glass, and some redstone. So all vanilla items to create this pipage, and it's a really simple to use piping system. We're going to install the node at the end of the absorption hopper, and then we're simply just going to run this cable or this transfer pipe all the way over here. Maybe we'll bring it down to ground level also, and this is going to feed into the 2 mechanical users over here. So that bone meal should be traveling from the sheeps into the mechanical users. It'll get there eventually. It takes a little bit of time, but there we go. We can see that mechanical user is starting to fire up, which is great, and maybe we can get some of that bone meal in here too. So those 2 are going to be firing up. Very, very nice, and that's all getting collected by this hopper down here, which is collecting the seeds and the wheat. So yeah, automation part 1 completed. You know what, guys? I just realized that we have got a really awesome bit of automation going on here without a single drop of power generated. Our automatic wheat growing system is, well, completely autonomous right now, right? We don't need any power whatsoever. All we need is the bone meal coming out of the sheep butts, and everything else is automated using powerless blocks. That's really awesome. That feels pretty good. Unfortunately, for the next part of this project, we're going to need some power, right? Because we're going to need a couple of things done. Firstly, we're going to need to grind down that wheat into flour, and for that, we're going to be using the simple sag mill from Ender.io. And for that, we're going to need the grains of infinity, which is what we got from setting bedrock on fire, right? And the rest of it is all vanilla blocks, really. So pretty easy to make this simple sag mill. Now, to power the simple sag mill, we're going to be making a really interesting little bit of power over here. Hang on. Let's search for generators. There we go. We're going to be starting off with a culinary generator. And basically, a culinary generator is made from a furnace generator from Extra Utilities 2. And a culinary generator turns food into power. We're going to be generating an infinite amount of toast out of this farm. So what better fuel to use to generate power to power the farm than the toast that is coming out of the infinite farm? Does that make any sense? All right, got pretty much all of the blocks created here, guys. And now comes the fun bit, trying to make a machine that actually works in modern Minecraft. Oh, man. Let's see if my brain can do this without derping. Firstly, let's install a couple of these electrical furnaces over here. Okay, these furnaces are from Extra Utilities 2. Pretty easy to make, actually. All you need is a little bit of clay around one of these machine blocks. So pretty simple. This one is going to be cooking the flour into bread, and this one is going to be cooking the bread into toast, right? So those are going to be our two cooking machines. Now we got to try get some power into them, right? So let's finish off making this culinary generator, which, if we look for the recipe over here, is made out of, well, a whole bunch of food, a furnace generator, and some redstone. So that's pretty sweet. Let's get our culinary generator created. Here we go. If we pop this in between the two furnaces like that, that should power them, right? So let's drop some food in here. I got some baguettes that we can cook up. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're starting to store some RF now in these furnaces. So that is awesome. And wow, these baguettes are actually generating quite a lot of power here, man. Very, very nice. So that's looking pretty decent. Now, next step is to try and automate this whole system, right? We also need to get our sag mill installed. So I guess the sag mill could probably go down here. That's going to be getting power also. Okay, there we go. We're getting whatever power that is in the new Ender.io. I have no idea what that is, but that is coming from the culinary generator too. So the culinary generator is powering both of our furnaces and our sag mill. Next step, I guess, is to get the wheat from this absorption hopper into the sag mill, right? That seems like step one. So I guess we're going to have to do some block breaking and stuff. Let's just move all of this stuff out of the way for now. And let's try and figure out exactly how this is going to go. We're going to have a transfer node from the absorption hopper like so. And then the pipes will go up, I guess, into the sag mill like that. And that's going to stop the water source too. So that'll keep the water source like that. And there we go. The sag mill's actually cooking. Beautiful. That's starting to grind the wheat into flour and seeds. Nice. So now we got to get the flour out of the sag mill into this furnace over here, right? So let's get a transfer node on the back of the sag mill. A couple of wires like this, and that's going to go into the back. We'll use the wrench to unclip that one because we don't want any of that flour going into the mechanical user, right? So there we go. And by the way, this wrench, pretty easy to make. Redstone dye, which is why we picked up those red flowers yesterday, and some iron ingots, and then you can start to manipulate your Extra Utilities pipes. So that's pretty sweet. So now all of that flour should be flowing into the furnace, but I think what we want to do is set up a filter over here so that only flour goes from the sag mill into the furnace, right? So I've made a filter over here. Also very easy, redstone sticks and some string. And let's say that flour is the whitelist, right? So we'll set this to whitelist. So only flour will come out of this filter. And we're going to stick this filter in here. And you can see that the seeds are already clogging up the system. But there we go. We should be seeing flour landing up in this furnace now. Excellent. So the flour's landing up in the furnace. Beautiful. Now this flour or this bread needs to get sent into this furnace, right? So that it can get turned into toast. So I guess we'll have another transfer node on the top of this furnace and some pipes. Hang on, let's see if we can do this. There we go. And we'll transfer that into there and we'll unclip that. So now the bread is going from this furnace into this furnace and it's turning into toast, which is awesome. And I guess all we need now is a place to store the toast Or I guess we probably need to get the toast back into the culinary generator. So maybe there's a chest over here somewhere that collects the toast but sends it into the culinary generator. But that's looking pretty good, right? Everything's looking really good here, actually. My goodness, guys. This is really, really cooking now. I guess one of the problems that we have is this excess seeds in the sagmal, but we'll figure that out at some point. Shall we get this entire thing fired up over here? I think so. I guess one of the issues that we have here, yeah, this is a problem here, right? We have to actually do this piping in a different way. Let's disconnect that connection. And then these connections from the bone meal farm is going to have to go into the mechanical users. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited I could barely talk right now because this is coming together so nicely. Let's disconnect those pipes from there. There we go. So these pipes are going straight into the mechanical users. Let's take out anything that shouldn't be in there, and that should just be bone meal now coming into these mechanical users. And yeah, there we go. Look at that. That right there, guys, is the reason I play modded Minecraft. You grind for 8 hours, you build a machine, and it actually works. I don't think there's any greater feeling in Minecraft than this feeling right now, man. I can hear the sound of them gears grinding away, and it is music to my ears. We have created an infinite toast production facility over here, guys. And all we did was get some sheep to poop out some bone meal, make a couple of absorption hoppers and a couple of mechanical users, and boom, we are generating infinite toast. Basically, the culinary generator can't burn enough toast to power the system, so we're getting an excess of toast in the system, which is exactly what we need. And because those sheep are always going to be making bone meal, as long as we are here loading this chunk, this factory will produce infinite toast. Amazing. That bone meal hits the mechanical users. The mechanical users grow the wheat. The sagmal creates the flour. The furnace cooks the flour into bread. The furnace cooks the bread into toast. And bam, in the iron chest at the top is where we will be collecting our toast to sell in Fool City. Now, I've been thinking about this, guys. How much are we going to charge for a stack of toast here in FoolCraft? I'm thinking $5. For a stack of toast seems like a reasonable amount. And any of the fools out there who are struggling with food, I'm pretty sure that $5 for a stack of toast, I mean, a stack of toast is going to last them quite a long time, to be honest with you. So maybe it's $10 for a stack. I don't know. I need the help. What do you guys think? What should we charge the fools for a stack of toast? Considering that this project has taken 8 hours to build, and I haven't really had much sleep in the last 24 hours to get this done. There's got to be some labor costs involved here too. Am I right? Oh my goodness, guys, I just realized something. This is going to be a ridiculously long first episode of FoolCraft. Hey, listen, if you've made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate it, man. Why don't you hit me up with the hells yeah in the comments section so that I can see you've been here throughout the entire episode. And those of you guys who have made it this far, thank you so much for sticking through it, man. Whew, it has been one heck of a first episode. So happy with that toast factory though, guys. And well, we've got one more thing left to do in this episode, and that is to make some bling blings. I managed to make myself a full set of golden armor, and it feels like about a year ago or so when we were in Fool Town, or Fool City rather, and we took this job. Dance in front of Town Hall while in F5 mode, wearing a full set of golden armor. That's $100 in the belly, and with that $100, we're going to be able to rent our first plot in Fool City and set up a toast kiosk. I guess it's what it's going to be called. And we're going to start making some bank on the server, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to leave this episode with a little bit of dancing in front of Town Hall for you. Let's get some sweet tunes up in the background. And I'll take this opportunity to say thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, man, let me know in the comments. Hit that like button. Hey, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and jingle jangle that notification bell so that you can keep up to date with this series. And guys, don't forget to go check out all of the other fools in my description box. And a huge welcome to all of the new fools too. Etho, Good, Nick, Gaming on Caffeine. So great to have you guys on the server, man. Hope you guys have a great time here in Season 3 of FoolCraft. So yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to go shake my moneymaker in front of Town Hall, earn myself 100 hard-earned full dollars, and I'll smell you all in the next episode.